girl from a boy or whatever. Something that is uncontroversial for 30 years, now all of a sudden illegal. I guess that the grifters should be happy because this means that there would have been no dubbing issue with Dragon Maid, because Dragon Maid would not have been able to be distributed. Because even ignoring the obvious concerns, the law doesn't even specify if the characters actually are children or not, just childlike. So the art style might include every single character deemed childlike by that law. Just unpack that for a second.
That would obviously be the case.
Unpack just how vague it is.
Because there's
if anything,
no
this law actually
ages
supports
of
Disney, because
characters in
Disney
the
doesn't even allow
first place.
hand-holding in their
Drawings.
movies anymore. So let's be perfectly frank.
When someone's like, but this character is technically old. They're technically a fucking drawing. They're not technically fucking anything. You could light them on fire and burn them to death in your hand, and it means nothing on a legal standpoint. I'm not committing fucking child murder if I light a photo of a child on fire, you know, like...
Law is Disney's best friend because it wipes out a major competitor from the board. Which makes it really strange how so many right-wing grifters praise anime when actively supporting policies that threaten to kneecap the medium.
Some business owners say they're already hearing from out-of-state artists who are concerned about doing business in Texas. Critics argue the bill doesn't define obscene clearly enough, opening the door for art to be misinterpreted.
Bart and Lisa are legally considered real people in Australia. Australia has a lot of really embarrassing laws when it comes to obscenities. As I understand it, you are not allowed to be like flat-chested and do pornography in Australia.
Will, and if it passes, what kinds of penalties could people face? I imagine that's written into the bill.
Yeah, and these are really, really strict penalties. So anyone who possesses, shares, or creates these images could face criminal charges. The first offense could result in state jail, and people who repeat these crimes could face up to 20 years behind bars.
So their solution, even as businesses were actively withdrawing from Texas out of fear of this bill, they decided to pretend nothing was going on.
So they're trying to give the impression here that this bill will make it so any content that has a character under 18 who is sexualized will now be banned in Texas. It will be illegal to consume that material, which would outright ban a lot of anime and manga, everything from My Dress Up Darling to even Dragon Ball. Now, of course, this caused a ton of fear-mongering on social media. People are weaponizing this, they're politicizing.
Not gonna lie, it is quite pleasant to look at this little vampire girl avatar thing. I understand how this channel has followers, because you could watch this fucking thing animate all day.
And it's become a huge source of contention